From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Thursday, December 1st, 2016. Silver is trading at $16.42 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,171 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 1.3 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $774. Antiwar.com reports the Obama administration has massively expanded FBI surveillance and hacking powers with a change to Rule 41 of Federal Criminal Procedure, a move which Senator Ron Wyden of Oregon called one of the biggest in years and which several senators attempted unsuccessfully to block. The change effectively eliminates the concept of jurisdiction for judges granting warrants to the FBI to carry out hacking or surveillance operations. Historically, judges could only approve search warrants in their court's actual jurisdiction. Starting Thursday, the FBI can use a warrant from any judge to go after computers anywhere on the planet on the theory that technology allows people to conceal the information on where those computers are physically located, inconveniencing the FBI. The change came after some embarrassing cases in which judges threw out evidence the FBI collected in hacking and other surveillance because the FBI had exceeded the jurisdiction of their warrants. The Department of Justice shrugged off criticism of the massive expansion of power, insisting that the benefits to the FBI would far outweigh any potential unintended harm caused by the FBI abusing all that power. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports the Veterans Stand for Standing Rock group said it plans to gather up 2,000 veterans starting Sunday to help protect Dakota Access pipeline protesters. The group defines itself as a nonviolent demonstration to defend protesters from what it describes as abusive and humiliating tactics committed by a militarized police force. Veterans Stand for Standing Rock, which capped the capacity of the event at 2,000 veterans, has called on veterans joining the protest to bring body armor, gas mask, earplugs, and shooting mufflers due to the possible use of sound cannons by police. The group asked veterans not to bring drugs, alcohol, or weapons. The group wrote on Facebook, "We're doing this to support our country, so let's do it with honor, working together. We can stop this savage injustice being committed right here at home. If not us, who? If not now, when?" North Dakota Governor Jack Dalrymple this week signed an emergency evacuation order to clear Dakota Access pipeline protesters from land claimed by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. When her plush and comfy life suddenly and unexpectedly fell apart, Brooke and her dog Cloud set out to defy the odds. If this is a man's world, as they say, living on the streets is no place for a young woman. One day she awoke in the redwood forest and realized she had become a hobo, and would ultimately come to know exactly what it means to survive. How to Be a Hobo by Brooke Willett is available from Amazon.com and all major bookstores. Reuters reports a divided U.S. Supreme Court struggled on Wednesday with how to resolve a dispute over whether immigrants detained by the U.S. government for more than 6 months while deportation proceedings take place should be able to seek their release. The case takes on additional importance with the expectation that President-elect Donald Trump will ramp up immigration enforcement, placing more people in detention while awaiting deportation when he takes office on January 20th. During a 1-hour argument, the court's 4 liberal justices appeared to support requiring that immigrants held for more than 6 months be automatically eligible for hearings in which they could argue for their freedom while their deportation cases unfold. Conservative justices were skeptical. The shorthanded court could be headed towards another 4-4 deadlock divided along ideological lines. A 4-4 split would leave in place an October 2015 ruling by the San Francisco-based Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals that upheld a lower court injunction requiring a hearing after 6 months of detention. The justices potentially could issue a narrow decision sending the case back to lower courts without resolving the matter on whether hearings are required. The Obama administration asked the justices to decide the case. The lead plaintiff is Alejandro Rodriguez, a legal immigrant from Mexico who was working as a dental assistant when he was detained for 3 years without a hearing. Although he was released eventually, the case brought on his behalf continued. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.